Good morning, Shells Tales. How are you? I've missed doing our car chronicles. Well, my car chronicles. But anyway, it has been about a little over a week and some days since I've been back from the beach, and it's a lot catching up to do, just trying to catch up on your rest. People think I might have rested at the beach, but I definitely didn't. I had fun with my family. We moved around a lot, but it's constant moving. So anyway, I've definitely been tired. Let me put Patsy up. Let's put Patsy up, okay? And let's be kind. I know that's right. Let's be kind. All right. And so anyway, it's just been a lot, just catching back up with being at the beach. You had a good time, You lived in a nice house for a week like it was your own. And everybody had a great time. We've seen a lot of wildlife. We laughed a lot. All kind of other things a lot. But anyway, I definitely enjoyed it. And here on June the 3rd, I'll be headed somewhere else. I'll have to let you know about that. And that was from one of my sponsors. I make jokes, but Shell has been a difficult human coming up, and I could still be a difficult human, but I'm trying. I do some things different, but still hanging on to a little pawn shop shell. But anyway, one of my sponsors is taking me somewhere, so I'll definitely let y'all know that on the day that I'm going there. And one of my sponsors is my family. It's my sister. It's Melissa. She's a sponsor. Sponsor of my show. But anyway, yeah, I've been a rough one. I've been rough coming up, y'all. And I missed my 80th. I missed my 90th. I definitely missed my 100th. Shell's Tale moment where I sit down and have a good talk with you about things. Because there's definitely a lot that's happened since the beginning of this year. It's a whole lot. And I need to catch y'all up on all that. My face shining. I put some help on it today. It just looks so dehydrated. I have a mask to put on, but I can't be still long enough to do the mask. But anyway, like I said, it's just a chronicle. We're on our way to work, and we're on our way to spend a long day there doing all possible. Wall wipe down, room clean. I ain't too worried about that common area, because all of that get on my nerves right now. I need to get in there and get in the bedrooms and the bathrooms, and then I'll come back out and get that out there. But boy, they be touching them doors at work. I hate fingerprints, and I'll keep coming back, getting the fingerprints, and that takes up my whole day. Just gotta let that go, Shell. You got to let the fingerprints go. You did it one time. You've already done it for the day. You can't keep running up there every time they put fingerprints up. So yeah, let's get on to the next. So yeah, I've been working in the backyard. I did pressure wash the house when I got back, and the car. Cleaned it up good for my mom. I've been painting. I got to put all those things together and show you. I'm just not done. And I want to have it together, not for YouTube, but for myself. I hate to have a little bit to do here, a little bit to do there, and then it causes your mind to be all over the place. So let me just get all those little things together. But I just got to do trim now. I painted the living room and my brother's room. So now I just have to do the trim. That's all. And but you got to get in there and do that. I got to hang some blinds. And but I'm working on it. And then the next big step is the kitchen. Yeah. The kitchen. And then after we get done with the kitchen, and I pretty much got the outside okay, I do need to do a dump run. I need to go to the dump really bad, but I'm I'm going to have to break that stuff down. But the next big thing outside after that is, I pretty much got the yard okay. Whatever kind of plants I'm going to have, whatever, all that's done. It's the car, guys. It's Grey Gardens. We got to get Grey Gardens intact. I've got to get the tires changed. Excuse me, pardon me. Crank up the car. Because I put a new battery and an alternator in it. So now I got to crank it up. I got to go get the tires. But yeah, we got to work on Grey Gardens. She's getting fixed, y'all. Everybody asks me. The yard man asks me every 2 weeks. Let me know if you want to sell that. No, get it fixed. It's my car. This is my mom's car, And I love my little Grey Garden car. I've had it a long time. It's another procrastination of shells. But anyway, y'all, there's a lot to get ready to tell y'all. I just need to find time to sit down and be still and just tell you a few things that's went on through life. Because, y'all, I was very hard-headed as a kid. I was out on my own as little as I could be, I'm not ashamed to say it, people had, dysfunctions in our family, as a lot of families do, and I was able to run amok and do what I want. But I mostly played in the woods and built clubhouses and played by streams and played with nature. But I did play in the city too. I'd be in the city too because my grandma lived close to the city. So I played in downtown Greenville when there was no suspension bridge going over the Reedy River Falls right there. It was a highway, and I used to play under the highway. All the stores had cobwebs hanging on the mannequins and stuff. That's how dead the town was. But it was alive on Friday and Saturday nights when people cruised. And I'd be down there then. Thank God I didn't get caught. But, I'm pretty sure I was eyeballed. I was only 11, 12, nope, 13 at that time. Because I had done come back. So the next thing I wanted to say was also, so I was hard-headed. I was out on my own, doing whatever I want. I listened and paid attention. I was quiet. But then I got loud as I got older. But I was quiet. And I just watched and paid attention. And that's why, I knew not to let my children watch me. They couldn't predict my movement. You ain't going to be able to predict it. So anyway, because I predicted people's stuff. Anyway, other thing was after that, I ended up getting a relationship at 13 years old with my kid's father, and I stayed in it for 20 years, And I think I've been out of it for maybe probably about that same time, maybe. I am with my ex's family all the time because I live with them most of my time with them, that I was with him. I live with them. They're my family. This is my family. This is my family. So I'm around them all the time. I still call them in-laws because, whatever. But, they're really like my sisters. But I still call them in-laws, stuff like that. Where is he at? Why, because I know everybody's probably like, where is he at? He's here. He's in the city. He's out. He's about. But since when we separated in around 2005, 6, Joseph has got married. Joseph has got divorced, maybe, so-called. I don't know. Story of Joe. Shell's got tails. Joe's got tails. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, he's currently with somebody. I don't know if he got divorced from his wife, but and he's still a man. He's still doing what men do until they get tired, So he's doing his thing, but he is around. But I only went through that with one person. So that's why she's single now. I ain't got time. As my manager used to say at Jack in the Box. Mish, mish. There is no time. There ain't no time. There ain't no time for no BS. I ain't got time. I don't got time for BS for regular people, much less on a partner. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, that's a shine. It's a shine. But anyway, I don't know if that'll ever happen again, because there's too much going on in the world that you need to be aware of and prepare for. And sometimes when you're in relationships, you know, if you're not your own individual person, even though you're in a relationship, you can't be yourself. You can't do things. You can't stay longer. You can't help people. You can't do unexpected stuff without having an attitude and stuff like that, because you always got to get, my partner. But like I said, if you got a good partner and a good understanding, you can do random, you don't have to worry about all that. But I don't want to hear all that. I like being free. And I will admit that being free this long and not having to think of another partner on that level, I think of my children and my family. But as far as having to think on that level, woo! That's 99 problems, but that's not one of them, for sure. But you get used to it, and you don't know. You get so annoying, you might not get back to it. But don't worry about me, babe. As Rosie Perez said in White Men Can't Jump, still gonna be all right, all the time. Because you can go out and start something like that at any moment. You know what I'm saying? Same way you walking into the store. I'm going to have to get to y'all on a story about this guy. He's Jamaican. Named Levi. It blows your mind what you see. Now, I ain't seen that man in maybe 4 or 5 years. Who knows? But it's still happening. People still see him doing the same thing. As I wanted to say, you can get anybody's number at any moment, any day, in a store, at a gas station, at the grocery store, walk into your car, people approach you. If you like, you know how to get, you can get somebody's number. You can get it. So that's out there for the pickings, any point, any time of the day, you can get it. But that story about that Levi guy, that'll be another thing, you know what I'm saying? But I try to keep stories of guys limited, because that's stains on your brain that will remain, Be stressing you out and be like, wow, oh my. Why did I do any of that? I was confused. It's going through a trying time. Could have been in shock. And doing things you have no idea what you're doing. But anyway, I'm happy to say I'm all right. But I will say this. I do avoid looking at people just because what am I do with that? What am I do with anything in the thing Shell's got going on in her life? What I got time to do that? But I will say, foghorn, leghorn. The other night at Spinks. Making life easier. I saw the Boots on the Ground boys. I was like, Shell, you can't not look, because you see what you see. Everybody looked nice. Everybody had on boots and pants and no shirts and muscularized and cowboy hats and big cars, shiny rims and music. And I was like, well, damn. And I was like, trying not to look. But my other side was like, stop faking the phone. You know it looks nice over there. It does. But I ain't got time for all that, because everybody's got a whole mixture of shit going on. And I ain't trying to get involved in none of that. So, anyway, but I've had my share of fun in the world. I have fun. And let till my mind goes, I have those memories. You know what I'm saying? But at this age, you just can't be, well, I can't be. Some people can be, but I can't. Shell, got too many things going on. I just can't be out there getting it, But, because I got it for a long time. that's one thing I want to tell y'all. You know, I think the reason my skin all of a sudden got wrinkled after this time in all my life, get ready for it now. I ain't never used nothing on my face my whole life, like moisturizers, none of that, you know, none of that. I looked the same forever. And recently, it started, you know, it just hit me with a bang, like, oh man, what's going on? We need to get some Flexiderm or something, like a freeze frame. But, and I could put lotions and stuff on my face too, guys, but the point of that is, you know, I have hot flashes or something all the time, and that's been going on since I was 25. I have to tell you about that too. But anyway, I can't, certain kind of lotions and stuff I can't put on my face. I will melt. It will, even if I try to put it on at nighttime, it will still be available the next day at 3 o'clock. And if I have a hot flash, oh, it's gonna look like I'm a wax museum participant. So, you know, I don't know what's up with that. But, you know, like this right here, this is this Aquaphor, I think it is. It's not that Vaseline, it's not, you know, it's not that Vaseline stuff, but I don't know. It does something for my face, so I try it. But back to the matter at hand. Or the lecture at hand. Back to the lecture at hand. What I was trying to say is, I think the wrinkles and stuff have come into my face because for all those years I was with my kid's dad, I was getting it. And I think all of that kept you youthful. I think all the semen kept you youthful. That was going into you, kept you youthful. And your girl been barely pumping through the last 20 years, and it caught up with her. All my storage that I had stored up in you know, like a camel, all of that from all those years I was getting it on, you know, like 5 or 10 times a day. It's real rabbits in human form. So that's why when people be like, yeah, not bad. I was like a porn star in my own house. I'm not too worried about all of that too much no more. You know what I'm saying? I perfected that. Perfected. Next. But I think because of all those years, I had it stored up as much as I was getting it. And I had it stored up long enough for about 20 years after the fact I stopped. And the wrinkles set in. So, yep, that's it. That's why I think my wrinkles done come in, because I think that, you know, it's been the lack of being a rabbit. But, that's Shell's tail stop, you know. Oop. So, but anyway, just pulled in. Didn't mean to blow the horn, but I guess I wanted to let everybody know I was here. And, gotta get myself corrected in here. But thanks for listening. Hey, you know, sometimes I get nervous about talking. Not nervous, but I'm like, what are we gonna talk about? You know, what are we gonna talk about? I don't know. But once you get going, that's what I say. It's like, just go out the house. You don't know. You feel bad. You can't, you know, you got this overwhelming, this somber feeling. Just get on out the house. Go on off the porch. Go out the gate, out the yard, Seth, to go out. And then your day brightens up. So in like this, you just start talking and you never know what comes out. You know? Could be lunch meat. Could be peaches. Who knows? And on that note, I'm about to go clock in and have a great day. And I hope you do as well. Hope you enjoyed that tale. Because there are many more to come. They're all true facts, guys. I don't lie. Liars are whack. Like Whitney said about the crack. I love you, and so does God. Amen.